what are some of the things that we can do to have a good balance between work and our life? Because I know it's difficult to do, especially nowadays with the way things are. We want to work, work, work and raise that pound so that we can have a better life for ourselves. That is all well and good, but it is important as well to be able to maintain a good work-life balance, to be able to enjoy work and to enjoy other parts of our lives as well. So how do we marry the two? Or how do we have that balance? That's what I want us to cover in this video. The first suggestion that I have is to do with the boundaries. You need to be able to set boundaries when it comes to work and when it comes to your personal life. There need to be a clear distinction between the two, and you need to be able to take charge or to take control of the time you set aside for work and the time you set aside for your personal life. Especially these days, a lot of people, since the pandemic, a lot of people now work from home. So in such a situation, sometimes it can be difficult to switch off because sometimes it becomes a psychological thing because you're always working from home and your home has now become your work environment as well. It becomes even more difficult if in that workspace, which is your home, you're not able to have a space where you can separate where you put your work things and where your personal things are. For example, if your living room is now your workspace as well, that becomes a psychological thing. Let's say after the end of the day, you close everything, you shut everything down, and you're trying to relax. Sometimes it can take a little while for you to actually switch off, for your brain to switch off and forget about work completely and just relax. Take time to yourself. So you need to set clear boundaries when it comes to your work and your personal life. And the same goes for someone who actually goes out to work. It is important for you to take charge of your time, to be able to switch off when you get home, because there are times when we take our work to our homes as well. And we do that in several ways. And I speak from experience. For example, if you're a nurse like myself, there are things that happen at work that when you go home, you'll still be thinking about those things. It's only natural. It's only you being human. Sometimes you're trying really hard to enjoy your time at home, to enjoy your time with your loved ones. But because of your work, maybe something has happened, you're not able to completely switch off. And sometimes that can go on for days and days where you are just thinking about work. And it can happen during the holidays as well. Sometimes you're not able to switch off. There are people who get tempted to reach for their laptop and to start working because in their mind, they're busy thinking about those emails that they know full well they're coming into their inbox and they just want to take a quick look. It starts as a quick look and then before you know it, they're replying to those emails. That is not setting boundaries between work and your personal life. It is crucial to be able to take charge of your time and to be able to control what you do with your time. So that's the first suggestion. Set boundaries and make sure that you stick to those boundaries. My second suggestion is to do with how you manage your time. Time management is important if you want to maintain a good work-life balance. I've given an example of someone who goes on holiday and then find themselves reaching for their laptop to do a bit of work. Sometimes it's because they know they've got a deadline to meet, and because maybe they haven't managed their time well, then they're tempted to do that work. They're tempted to try and meet the deadline whilst they're on vacation. That is encroaching on your personal time. The time that you're supposed to be relaxing, enjoying time with your family, spending quality time and creating memories with your family. That is time that you're robbing them. You're robbing yourself of that precious time, that much needed time to relax. You need to rest. So if you're not able to manage your time, resting, relaxing, spending quality time with your family can be a challenge because you'll find that you can't really relax. So that is why time management is important. Prioritize tasks. Complete those tasks that are important. Complete them in order of importance. Because if something is that important to the point of disturbing your peace, your vacation time, then that task or tasks need to be completed first. So time management is crucial. My next suggestion is learn to say no. There are times when we're asked to undertake certain tasks or to put in extra hours, but because maybe we feel guilty, we feel bad saying no, because they're really desperate, they need us, we just say yes. Or we feel as if by saying no, we are letting people down. We take on more than we can handle. Then we end up feeling overwhelmed. And then when we go home, we're trying to focus on our kids, on our family. We can't because we beat more than we can chew. And when that happens, we end up feeling guilty as well because we are not giving the time that we're supposed to be giving at home. We end up feeling rubbish anyway. So it is a double-edged sword because you want to please work, but by pleasing work, you end up making other people miserable. So you will find yourself in a catch-22 situation where you can't please both. You're only human after all. So in such a situation, it is important to say no, to learn to say no. Yes, I know it is difficult, it is hard because we want to help. It's a genuine need, but at the same time, your personal life needs you as well. So learning to say no is one way that you can maintain that good work-life balance, because I know us as immigrants, we are guilty when it comes to this. We just want to put in those hours. We want to work, raise that pound, because when we come here, we've got goals, we've got dreams, and we've got situations that we left back home. Maybe you sold your home, you sold your land to come to the UK, or maybe you left a dire situation back home. And because you know this, then the temptation is to just keep working without rest, because in your mind you're thinking that the more I work, the quicker I can achieve those goals, or the more money that I'm going to get. But guess what? There are other parts of your life that are suffering as well. Your health is at risk. Your health is suffering because you're not giving yourself time to rest. You're not giving yourself time to sleep, time to exercise. When you're always rushing around, connecting shifts, moving from one shift to the next, it is difficult to find the time to cook proper food, to find the time to go to the market, buy fresh fruit and veggies. I know we have online shopping and things like that. You can easily go online and shop. But when it comes to cooking that food, preparing that meal from scratch, cutting up the tomatoes, the vegetables, you'll find that sometimes you're too tired to do that. And then you end up just ordering takeaway. Every day you're ordering takeaway because you're tired. You're too tired to do anything else. So that is not healthy. Your health is taking a beating because of working. There is no balance there. And yes, by all means, work hard, but also create time, personal time, where you engage in your hobbies, you go to church, you spend time in communion with nature, with your family, with your friends, with your loved ones, doing the things that also make you you. Because at the end of the day, the true definition of thriving is not just the money you make. It's about other things as well. Your hobbies, your friendships, your relationships, your health. Those things contribute, and they also define thriving. Because you can have all the money you want in the bank, but if you haven't got your health, guess what? You've got nothing. You can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have good relationships, then guess what? Your life is miserable. So other things are important as well. So this is why it is important to maintain that good work-life balance. So this is what I had for you in this video. As always, I hope you found it useful. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.